everyone, welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100. My name is Scott, also known as Cineram here on YouTube. I do the Thursday reviews for this channel, and our theme this week is Tom Hanks, one of the most admired and liked and respected actors in modern Hollywood. He had a kind of a disappointing year last year because he starred and directed a movie called Larry Crown that didn't do so great. But he's had lots and lots of success. He's worked with Spielberg like 3 different times. He's worked with Zemeckis 3 different times. He's worked with a lot of great people. And although he's more known now for his serious films, his comedic films, he got a start as a comedian. He was on the sitcom Bosom Buddies, and he did a lot of comedic features like Splash and Big and what have you before getting into serious films with Philadelphia. There's 2 movies actually I wanted to talk about, but primarily A League of Their Own. He has a supporting part in this movie, which is an ensemble comedy that came out in 1992. It was directed by Penny Marshall, and it's about the All-American Girls Baseball League, which is something that started during World War II. When the men were off fighting, in the film, it's a candy proprietor. I'm not sure if that's how it was in real life. It was a real event, but it was a real thing, back then, but the names have probably been changed. Decides to start a league of teams comprised entirely of women players to sort of keep the sport alive and, generate revenue and what have you. So Tom Hanks plays the coach of one of these teams, the Peaches, and the Peaches are kind of the central team that we follow throughout the course of the movie. People like Geena Davis and Lori Petty and Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell and some other people are all on this one team right there. And so they play at home and they travel around to different cities trying to get people interested and excited in baseball again, even though it's girls playing, and a lot of people think that's a dumb idea, including Jimmy, the character played by Tom Hanks. He's a former player, he's washed up, he's an alcoholic, he's got a bad knee, and he basically just sits around doing nothing during the games and takes credit for coaching them. So what's great about this movie is Tom Hanks plays what I think of as a lovable grump. He's a guy who's just constantly pissed off and irritated at what's happening and all the stuff that's taking away from his drinking time. And so he just complains a lot. He bitches and moans, and he's hilarious. He's hilarious in this movie. He's got some great moments. Yeah, it's my favorite Tom Hanks performance out of everything that he's done, even the stuff he won Oscars for. I also want to mention one other movie which is called Punchline. It came out a few years earlier in 1988, and it's about stand-up comedians, although it's actually a serious film rather than a straight-out comedy. He plays a medical school dropout who does stand-up comedy at night. That's kind of his passion. And the other major character is played by Sally Field. She is a housewife. She's married to John Goodman. She has a couple of kids. She's also interested in getting a stand-up comedy, except that she doesn't know what she's doing really, and so Tom Hanks kind of takes it upon himself to coach her a little bit and show her how it's done. And the great thing about this movie is that although it ends with a competition in which comedians, basically, the comedians that we've been sort of focused on during the course of the movie, all playing this club, participate in this videotaped competition in which they're judged by a panel, and whoever is voted the winner gets make an appearance on a nighttime talk show, and so everyone wants a spot. And so it comes down to their routines and the climax and which one is best. And I gotta say, this is one of the most perfect endings I've ever seen for a movie. It's really terrific. So I would recommend that one, definitely. But mostly as far as Tom Hanks' particular performances go, I mean, I think that Forrest Gump is still his best movie. And that's, down to, the writing and the directing and all that stuff. But yeah, League of Their Own. Just love the movie, and it's really a lot of fun. A lot of really good people. In fact, the first film that I ever saw David Strathairn in, who played the main character in Good Night and Good Luck. He's a terrific character actor, and he plays the kind of the liaison between the corporate guys who are sponsoring the league and the team, and he's encouraging them to do what they can to make the game spectacular so more people will come and see it because they're losing money and what have you. He's got some great moments in the film. So he's great, but especially Tom Hanks. So I want to keep it short and sweet because I'm on vacation right now. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the other Tom Hanks reviews. If you haven't seen Castaway, I would say see the movie before seeing Ray's review on it because it's like full of spoilers. We've got a new theme starting on Friday. And it's kind of an unusual one. Really interested to see what the guys come up with for this, so I hope you'll tune in as well. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.